What's up, Vikings Nation? Purple people, get ready because your secondary is about to be turned completely upside down. Listen up, Purple Warriors, because what I'm about to tell you will either have you jumping off your couch in celebration or throwing your remote at the wall in frustration. We've got three massive developments happening right now that are shaking the very foundation of our defensive backfield. And trust me when I say this, nothing will ever be the same again. First, we've got our defensive coordinator making some bold statements about why a certain superstar cornerback was never coming to Minneapolis, and the reasoning behind it will blow your mind. Then, there's this Super Bowl champion who's already being called the steal of the offseason, and is expected to make a serious impact that could transform our entire defense. And finally, hold on to your horns, Vikings Nation. There's a spicy new trade rumor involving a young, talented cornerback that has our front office's fingerprints all over it. Vikings Nation, I'm telling you right now, if you're not fired up about what's coming, you haven't been paying attention. This isn't just about filling roster spots. This is about building a championship-caliber secondary that can finally get us over the hump. Smash that like button. If you're ready for this wild ride, drop a comment telling me which move excites you most. And don't forget to subscribe, because you do not want to miss what's coming next. But here's the thing, Purple people. What our defensive coordinator just revealed about his master plan will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about our secondary strategy. This isn't just about one player. This is about a complete philosophical shift that's going to revolutionize how we attack opposing offenses. Are you ready to find out why sometimes the best moves are the ones you don't make? Vikings Nation, meet the mastermind behind our defensive revolution, Brian Flores. Our defensive coordinator just dropped some serious knowledge about why the Vikings were never going to chase Miami's Jalen Ramsey, and the reasoning is absolutely genius. While half the NFL was drooling over the possibility of trading for Ramsey, Flores was playing 4D chess. He looked at our salary cap, he looked at our team chemistry, and he said, nope, we're building something better. And you know what, Vikings Nation? The man was right. Pittsburgh swooped in and grabbed Ramsey in a blockbuster move. And while other fan bases are crying about missing out, Flores is sitting back with that championship smile because he already had his guy. This isn't a regime that's afraid of big trades. Remember when they swung for TJ Hawkinson? Remember when they grabbed Cam Robinson at the deadline? These guys make moves when it matters. But here's where it gets spicy, Purple people. Flores revealed that he's been tracking a specific player since his college days, calling him a fast playmaker who found his way in the league. This isn't some random pickup. This is a targeted acquisition that's been years in the making. I've always thought he was a good player and was ascending, Flores said. And when you hear that kind of confidence from a defensive coordinator who's built championship defenses, you better believe something special is brewing. The financial implications of a Ramsey trade would have crippled our ability to build a complete team. But Flores and our front office played it smart. They're building chemistry, they're building depth, and they're building for the long term. This is the kind of strategic thinking that separates championship organizations from teams that mortgage their future for short-term gains. But Vikings Nation, you haven't heard anything yet. Wait until you find out who this mystery player is that has Flores so excited he was all in from day one. This revelation is going to change how you view our entire defensive philosophy. Purple people, let me introduce you to our steal of the offseason, Isaiah Rodgers. The Super Bowl champion cornerback is about to make Vikings Nation forget all about missing out on Jalen Ramsey. Rodgers signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with us. And let me tell you something, that's highway robbery for what we're getting. This isn't just any cornerback, Vikings Nation. This is a player who's caught the eye of Brian Flores since his UMass days. And when Flores identifies talent, you better believe it's going to pay off big time. Zay's been on my radar since he was at UMass. Fast playmaker, Flores revealed, and the excitement in his voice was unmistakable. This is a defensive coordinator who's worked with elite talent his entire career, and he's calling Rodgers a great addition with great football IQ and acumen. But here's where it gets insane, Purple people. During Vikings minicamp, Rodgers showed exactly why Flores was so confident in him. He jumped an out route and picked off our own quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, in practice. That's the kind of ball-hawking instinct that wins games in January. Head coach Kevin O'Connell is already talking about Rodgers as an every-down impact guy. And when you hear that kind of confidence from your head coach, you know something special is happening. O'Connell even admitted that Flores has been pretty darn accurate with his talent evaluations, and that track record speaks volumes. The chemistry is already building too, Vikings Nation. Reports are coming out that Rodgers and Byron Murphy Jr. are already best friends after just meeting this spring. That's the kind of secondary bond that creates elite defensive units. We're not just getting a cornerback, purple people. We're getting a game changer who can return kicks, cover elite receivers, and bring that championship mentality to our locker room. This is the kind of under-the-radar move that wins Super Bowls. The fact that he's already intercepting passes in practice shows he's ready to make immediate impact. But hold on to your purple jerseys, Vikings Nation, because there's one more move brewing that could put our secondary over the top. This next development will have you believing we're building something legendary in Minneapolis. Vikings Nation, brace yourselves because the ultimate chess move might be coming. CBS Sports just dropped a bombshell trade suggestion that has Greg Newsome II potentially heading to Minneapolis, and this could be the move that makes our secondary unstoppable. Here's why this is genius, purple people. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah was literally in Cleveland's front office when they drafted Newsome II in the first round back in 2021. Our general manager knows this player's scouting report inside and out. This isn't a random trade rumor. This is a reunion waiting to happen. Newsome II is only 25 years old. He's actually younger than our own Mickey Blackmon, who was drafted 2 years after him. We're talking about acquiring a former first-round talent who's still in his prime, and Cleveland is in salary cap hell because of that Deshaun Watson contract. The price? CBS Sports suggests we could get him for just a 4th or 5th round pick. Vikings Nation, that's robbery. We'd be getting a cornerback who's graded consistently in the 66-69 range over his career, and his down 2024 season was more about Cleveland's dysfunction than his individual talent. Picture this secondary, purple people, Byron Murphy Jr. and Greg Newsome II as your starting corners, with Isaiah Rodgers providing elite depth and special teams impact. Add in Jeff Okudah as another former first-round talent, and suddenly, we're talking about a championship-level secondary. The beauty of this move is that it doesn't hurt our salary cap flexibility, it gives us multiple options, and it reunites Newsome II with the executive who believed in him enough to use a first-round pick on him. Cleveland is in rebuild mode. They're financially strapped, and they need to make tough decisions. Meanwhile, we're building something special in Minneapolis, and adding Newsome II could be the final piece of our defensive puzzle. Vikings Nation, this is what championship teams do. They identify value, they make smart trades, and they build depth at the most important positions. Whether it's Newsome II or another move, you can bet that Adofo-Mensah and Flores have something cooking. Smash that like button if you want to see this trade happen. Drop a comment telling me if you think Newsome II is the missing piece we need. And don't forget to subscribe because this secondary transformation is just getting started. The dominoes are falling and every move is calculated. Purple people, I'm asking you this. With Rodgers already locked in, Murphy Jr. anchoring the unit, and potential trades like Newsome II on the horizon, are we looking at the secondary that finally brings a Lombardi trophy to Minneapolis? The pieces are falling into place and January can't come fast enough. This could be the year we shock the world.